Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the latest episode of Grand Crew entitled Wine and Headlines. So in this episode, the crew does their best to cope after a bad news cycle. And I was like, wow, like this was the perfect night to show this, episode, because, if you keep up with the news and stuff, it's been like a lot of heavy stuff, dealing with black people in particular, in the news. And then it's Black History Month, so I said, okay, I'm here for it. They started the episode off with like this black man. He was giving a monologue, and it seemed very serious at the beginning. And I was like, what the hell is this? This is Tuesday night, so I'm supposed to be getting my laugh on. What is this? So this episode, it was more so dealing with feelings and not struggle. Because at first I was like, oh Lord, they gonna be sad this episode. No, we still kept the laughs flowing. So yeah, the crew was just giving, their different ways on how they cope with, horrible stories that's in the news. Like you got Sherm, he gonna avoid everything. He likes to keep things light, that sort of thing. And then Anthony, he works with all these white folks, so they all, try to make it seem like, oh, I'm so sorry, they want to be extra sympathetic and apologize, on behalf of the other white folks in their life, for anything that he's going through, because they're like, oh man, I'm trying to sympathize with you. I know you're going through a lot. And then there's Wyatt. He stays on top of everything and he lets his feelings out. He has outlets, like when he's working out and stuff like that. He lets his feelings out. He expresses it. He don't like holding it in. And then there's Noah. Noah is, the person that like relies on his sister Nicole. And Nicole is like the strong friend. A lot of times we don't, check on our strong friends. That's a phrase that I've been hearing a lot where people are saying you need to check on your strong friends. And then there's Faye. She's like, a free spirit. She kind of like goes with the wind. She don't like to feel too much of anything. So they all kind of like splinter off into like the groups of two. I think that's like a reoccurring thing within the episode. Like, have you noticed that like two of the cast members or two of the crew, they like pair off with each other and they have their own little adventures and stuff? I like that because it kind of gets you to get a better feel of each character, because there's so many people in the crew. It's a big crew. To me, it's a big crew, but when they pair off, you get more so the background of the character and you get to learn a lot more about them. And then also it shows that, yeah, they're a whole crew, but they each have their own individual friendships with each other. So Anthony, he takes the day off, and him and Faye decide that they're going to go on a hike. And so Anthony, he's an accountant and he's always, thinking about numbers and schedules, and everything has to be precise and stuff like that. So he done planned out the whole day. Like, okay, this time we're going this way, we're going to take this path, and then we're going to go have a bathroom break at this time, and then we're going to go out to eat at that time. And then, Faye, she's just like, what the heck, like, let's just go with the flow. So she was definitely the perfect person for him to spend the day with, because it's like they're complete opposites. They start off on their hike and they're trying to decide which way to go. And Anthony, he wants to, go his way. He done mapped it out and everything, and say like, I think we should go this other way. So, he relents and they end up going in Faye's direction. They end up getting lost in the woods, child, and Anthony like the picture fit. He gets upset with her because she done got him lost, and then she's like, I'm sorry, and all this other stuff. And then she's trying to blame him about getting lost. They're trying to figure out how to get back to their car and everything. They hear animals in the woods and stuff. They're like, oh no. Next thing they know, a group of white folks come because they hiking in the woods, and they're like, oh, you guys want to come with us? And I'm screaming at the TV like, no, don't go with them or whatever. Y'all gonna end up missing, hanging from a tree. They're gonna make it seem like you did it to yourself or something like that. Or maybe you're gonna be drowned in that lake. And even if you're a strong swimmer, they're gonna be like, you drowned. But luckily, it's like, nah, we good. We gonna go back this way, like they done figured the way out, because at first it looked like Anthony was gonna be like, because Anthony the one, he be spending all that time with them white folks, so he might have got a little bit comfortable. He might have forgot the rules, because we got rules that we supposed to abide by. So yeah, in the meantime, Wyatt and Sherm, they're out working out. So, Sherm, he just, trying to have his normal workout. Wyatt in the place embarrassing the crap out of him. He's out there screaming, releasing his muscles, grunting, because you know you gotta get out the frustration stuff. He said like a great workout. And Sherm looking at him the whole time like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what? And then so Wyatt is looking at Sherm like, how you not releasing any emotion? Like, it's crazy stuff going on, man. You need to just let it out, Sherm. And so Sherm's like, nah, I'm good. Like, you know, I ain't got nothing to let out. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So they going back and forth, and eventually Sherm breaks. So him and Wyatt, they both in the gym like, they on the treadmill, they boxing and stuff. Sherm done threw his back out, and he's like, don't touch me. He's like, that's why I let stuff out. You know, you done drove me to the point I done broke my back. Then I done blew my back out. So yeah, then they end up going to the house, and they sitting down, and they're talking, and then Sherm actually has a serious moment, and he explains to Wyatt why he likes to keep things inside, and he explains a moment from his past to where him and his friends were racially profiled in a car, and they were victims of police brutality, and that was something that he had never shared with Wyatt before. So they had like this bonding experience together, you know. And by this time, Wyatt had also threw his back out, so they both stuck on the couch. So that's another thing they shared together. They stuck. So yeah. So then also Nikki and Noah are spending time with each other. Noah told Nikki that his date actually canceled with their plans, so he's out drinking with Nikki, and they like, cheers, you know, to different issues that they got together, or different things they got in common. They're like, yeah, cheers, you like this and I like this too, cheers, like drink. I was just like, what the heck? So then Noah lets it slip that no, his date didn't cancel. He actually canceled the plans with her because he wanted to spend time with Nikki, and you know, wanted to be there for her just in case she was going through, because he felt like she was, you know, taking the news and the headlines bad too, even though she didn't say it. So then she gets pissed because she's like, you know, I thought I was being there for you. Like, I'll handle things on my own. Like, I'm the strong one. If I got an issue, I'll go get me a pedicure or something like that. And he's like, now Nikki, you know you don't like being touched and all this other stuff. So then, you know, they have a moment of transparency with one another, which was really cool. But yeah, and Anthony, they have a moment because Say tells Anthony that she was thinking about moving back to New York, which is where she's originally from. And she explains that, you know, being in California, she feels like her time is up. You know, she's divorced from her husband. That's the only reason why she was there. And so like Anthony, he ends up reading her like a book, and he's like, you know, you're running from your feelings. Anytime something is going good for you, you just sabotage it. And you know, they had like a little moment and stuff, and I almost thought, you know, they was gonna have a little love connection, and I was hoping that they wasn't, because I was like, this gonna ruin the show to me, because everybody just supposed to be friends, you know what I'm saying? Well, Nikki and Noah brother and sister, but everybody's supposed to be friends. Please don't have no, you know, bumping and grinding between people. We don't want them bumping uglies. They just supposed to be platonic friends. But yeah, so that's my little recap of this latest episode of Grand Crew. It was very funny, but then it also touched on real world topics and things that we're dealing with in the Black community, which I definitely could appreciate a lot. But yeah, you guys, if you had a chance to check out this episode, drop down in the comment section and let me know what you all thought. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I make an upload. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.